Hello everyone and welcome back to Joy's Creative Finger. I've gone ahead and built a supermarket in my town. I was thinking Tesco, Morrison's, Waitrose, Sainsbury's, large supermarket stores like that. Those were my inspirations. The car parks towards the rear, and you'll notice that there are some glitching features in this build because I had previously, before the update, quickly built this structure and made use of some of the glitching features that I would like to see in the build before the update went live. You'll notice that as soon as you updated, you couldn't do some glitches, but there are glitches that do remain. And you might notice that those are around and about. One of the glitches that did not remain is the pregnancy glitch. That's why I placed the birds up top here and the joined hedge. That was important to me. And then during the course of this live event, I saw a video online by Mishiro. She had, shown step by step how to build these trolleys. I thought it was amazing. So I did those. I put some signage up around the area. Perhaps it's giving some information on deals in store. But as you know, these trolleys do not work. They're stationary. I had one situated out here as though a customer just threw it to the side and took off. I think it's beautiful, but you need a pregnancy glitch for that, and that no longer works in the game at this time. That being said, it would have been great if this update afforded us trolleys. It's important. Okay. Now we have a cellar out back in this plot, so someone would be trading for the street passerbys out here. There is a rear entrance for deliveries, a balcony for staff, and you can see more of the glitching features dotted around here and there. So this is the car park. As you can see, 4 cars is the max you can have on these plots. And again, we have another view of what's going on inside the build. So there is a cafe up top, and again another trolley parking area underneath this space here. So imagine that at the end of the day, the staff would close those garage doors and the trolleys are kept safe. So I thought it was fun to place another trolley here, and as I say, Mishiro had given some clear directions on how to do this. And it looks as though she's about to stuck her boot full of all those goods into her car and drive off. But yeah, you can't really do anything with it. Alright, so that's the car park for this supermarket. Then in the street of the supermarket, we have a coffee vendor and also a kids ride to keep the children busy while the mum probably waits for the bus or loads up her car or something. Now this is the main entrance to the supermarket, and you'll notice some arcade machines in the cracks of the build on the inside. This is a purely decorative feature to the build. I love it. I was inspired by the Morrisons in my town where I live in real life. They have a lovely structure up top, and those arcade machines are actually cash machines in this video. All right, so only your teen can perform this action. If you click on that arcade machine, any option will do. Your sim would go over to it, bring something out her pocket like a card, put it in and enter her PIN number and get some money. That's how I see that furniture item in this build. I used that also in the bank that I built a little while ago. There were cash machines outside. I thought it was nice to have that. And we do have cash machines outside supermarkets anyway. So lots of baskets. Some people are already using these baskets. And there's another cash machine on the side here and an information sign. So you come in and the doors slide open, which is perfect. And we have the checkout registers here with a couple of sims ready to attend to anyone and everyone who comes in to make a purchase. So I'm just trying to click on it to get her to perform some action with him. Say pay for groceries, which is 4 seconds. But what's really weird is the apple sort of goes onto his wrist, which is it just feels really weird. But yeah, the transaction in itself is perfect besides that, and then he wipes up after her. Okay, so it's a very busy space. We have a back checkout area here for the staff, where you got the stacks of animals and more bags, so you got to pay for extra bags, so they'll hand that to you. In the supermarkets where I live, there are groceries, yes, but there are magazine areas, magazine aisles, cosmetic aisles, clothing aisles, shoes, bags, and so on. So it was important to make sure that I put these into this build. It wouldn't be complete otherwise. It wouldn't be the complete supermarket for me anyway. So it's set out in such a way, as you can see here, that your sim can access every single stand. So if you're going to recreate this in your town, I wanted you to be able to see that I didn't just stuff things together, but they are all usable, and every aisle and every space is accessible. Okay, so you can work your way around. There are no interactions with these. I was hoping, because I realized that some things we already have in the game are now stuff you can interact with your sims during this event. You'll see that in a minute. Okay, so yes, when you work your way around this way, again, I've used those pantry items from the Sim Chase Eco event. Yes, I've placed them here. They've got items in there. And then you have the section here where the bread is, the jams, and so on. And what's really fantastic is that Sims interact with those while shopping. So that's the thing. I put down a lot of things. Look at that. This is actually the first time I've seen a sim interact with that stand. They usually interact with the one that's got the baguettes in. So I'm seeing this for the first time. So yeah, I thought I'd place them here and have them interact with the items too, and so on. So yeah, this is the back part where you got the pastries and the bakery and so on. Okay. Now that would be the section for the front part of the store, and to the side here we've got the fresh produce, which again is another section in the supermarket. It's situated in its own little corner, and you can get everything you need that's fresh from this part here. So we've got the scales all dotted around for all the Sims to be able to measure out their items, not get to the till and get embarrassed. And you will notice that I have everything in the update in this video, okay? But what you will notice is I didn't use both colors. Sometimes I did, but sometimes I didn't. But everything is out here. So I use the red options for the fridges. And you can see that the Sims actually go over there and try to figure out what to do. Whether they want something from there. You know, do I pick up a ready-made meal, or do I go to the fresh ingredients section? And yeah, the only thing you could do is actually click on it and with a couple of options interact with the items, okay? So yep, everything is up, out and ready on this floor, and out through this door here you've got more baskets. You will notice that only one sim can use a stack of baskets at one time. So I've got baskets everywhere. This is the dressing room for the clothing section. Every store that I go to has this. So there's a dressing room area. A member of staff will get a key, open it up for you, and you can check and see what you want to buy. Typically they sell school uniforms as well if you don't want to go to your main school uniform store. But yeah, this is the section for the fashion area. We have a lift in this area here and a phone that I think is where you push the buttons to go down. But deliveries come through this rear door, so it's locked, and those big trucks come in and they dump everything in, and the staff have to in those boxes and on really large, you know, trolleys, you know, wheel everything down to the basement, and then allow staff when they're ready on shift to come in here and, you know, pick and pack and bring it upstairs. But downstairs here we have restrooms. Okay, so this might be the male restrooms or the female, it's your choice. There are restrooms upstairs, you'll see that too, but I couldn't put them together in one location. So bathrooms are down here, and this is the access to the main warehouse, you know, where all those deliveries come. The warehouse manager sits there. There are lots of aisles down here too. Everything is you know, printed off. The lists are checked. Lots of wheelie machines moving around, checking to see that everything has been delivered and making sure that it, you know, tallies with what's upstairs and what's not here. Yeah, this is that basement, and I use the flooring that comes with the update in here. I felt that it was best to use it downstairs in this basement. So this is our way back up. The rickety elevator, it's called. That's very disturbing. My daughter's afraid of elevators because some of them are rickety. She just felt this is unsafe. But yeah, this is the rickety elevator that takes you back up. Then you've got the standard escalator that takes you upstairs to the cafe. Now in Sainsbury's, there is a cafe upstairs for you to go and eat, and staff as well, you know, pop over there and get some hot food, you know. But before we get to that point, Okay, I'm trying to click there. Good. So before we get to that point, these are where the other restrooms are. So maybe the female restrooms is what we're looking at, or the male, your choice. And we have the all-important white hand dryer. There are black ones too, and that's what we have here. And these toilet stall doors lead to the toilet units that you can see just up top in the corner there. All right, so it's situated right next to, well, good access to the cafe, okay? But before we look at the cafe, this is what it looks like. This is a double height room. You would have noticed that from the build exterior. I really love the way it looks. It suddenly looks very real to me from what I've seen when I go shopping. You look down, you see a crowd of people moving around, shopping, the hustle, the bustle, you know. It's just lovely. And when you look at it from this view, there's no progress bar above their heads, and you get to see them walking around as you do in AR. And I really love this view, and that is why it was important to make it a double height room, just so I could see them operating without that bar above their heads. So we have the section here where, of course, you come in and you get the lovely pastries, the food, and so on. There are no cookers here at all. They don't cook here, but they do have these ovens. I'm just going to stop my sim here from his hard work and use the industrial steel oven. I want you to see that he can use it. He's not blocked out at all. And there you go. He's, you know, doing some more, I don't know, Cornish pastries or something. I'll just get these two to talk while I'm watching, because I don't want them to wander off. But there. So that's all he has to do, is just put these things in and serve, sell. I think it's quite lovely. He can also make some coffee, some takeaway drinks for the customers here. These all come from the Cafe Grande live event. So lots of these items are now working well together in these current updates for us. You know, you put together realistic builds and so on. I'm trying to get a sim to order coffee, but it's not working. Maybe because he's closed in or something. But you should be able to tap on it and order a coffee, because he's tending that. I might be wrong. I'm confused now. But yeah, there is also a waffle maker too. So he makes waffles here to go with lots of strawberries and so on. So if you've got a sweet tooth, this is your one-stop shop for that. Now, in this double height room area, I have a good view of the outdoor section for these lovely customers who've come here. They can see the signs up top. And, you know, the reason I put those hedges outside is I felt it just looked nice for them to have a bit of green to look at, not just the roof. But, you know, you don't have to have that. I will be doing a video, a live build video right at the end of this video. So that's why it's a lengthy video for you to watch. So, yeah, I just love this beautiful fruit and veg mural wallpaper there. It's very vibrant. And yes, this is just an empty space that birds would fly in and out of. You know, again, just decorative. And that's the view once again for what we see down below from upstairs. Okay, now I'm going to get my sim just to pop down here and interact with the clothes. I wasn't supposed to get her to try on. I'm going to cancel her in a minute, but she's already on her way. I want to bring down the other sim as well to come down and interact with the clothes. So besides the items that your sims interact with by just clicking on a basket, you can then bring in other sims to tap on and, you know, interact with other items that they wouldn't ordinarily go across to and interact with in this setting. Okay, so my other sim is here, and she could just come here and start to talk to the lady about the clothes and say, I'm looking for a size 7, I'm looking for a size 8, and so on. And then you can try it on in the little room. Okay, so that's everything that I've put together in my store. It's really exciting that they can interact with other items from past updates, you can see. And as I have promised, there is a live build right at the end. So I'm giving you some kind of an overview so you see where everything goes, where I place things anyway. Because typically when I do a live build, I don't furnish it. There's no need to do that. You can always rewind in the video if the live build is in the video and see where I place things. Okay, let me just get this little girl to come down and play with the rocket ship ride. I unlocked this in the weekly event. So here she goes. Yes, it cost me a lot of social points to wrap this up very quickly. I did do that quite a lot in the past, and I've done it again now because I have a lot of videos backed up on me. This area here is for staff to come out and have a break before they come back in and get working. Okay, so again, an overview for you before we head over into the live build. I previously wanted to tour this build from the GameChanger game, but it didn't have the items I wanted. So this part of the video is made possible by EA Game Changers. I'd already done the live build in their game, hoping that I would tour a complete supermarket from the game. But they didn't have the items that I felt would work brilliantly in a supermarket setting. They didn't have those items in their game, so I had to use a ton of SB to complete the event in my game, do the tour, and then of course show you the live build that I'd put together in their game. Okay, so that's why this section is made possible by EA Game Changers, and of course they've got a ton of empty plots, so running out of plots to build on or do live builds on won't be a problem. Previously, my town was so full of properties that when it was time to do a live build, I would be hesitant because I didn't want to demolish any of my homes. And yeah, here we are with this live build. As you know, I don't do furnishing, so if you want to go back in the video, you'll be able to see where everything goes. It's a very simple live build. I didn't hurry up in any way. It's built in normal speed time. And if it is too fast, in YouTube, down below in the video, there is a button that takes you through to settings, and you can slow the video down to a pace that's preferable for you in case I still was fast even in normal mode. Okay, and also if you do choose to recreate this supermarket in your town, that's great, but if you upload it to any social media platform, be it Facebook, YouTube, Instagram and so on, that's wonderful too. But don't forget to use the hashtag JCfinger when doing so. It is lovely to give credit to your inspiration, just as I have, using the trolley idea from Shiro, who is just an amazing YouTuber as well. So that would be nice. We also have our Facebook group, Joyce Creative Finger. It's in the link in the description down below. So don't forget to pop in there and put up pictures of your own, creation. That would be nice. It's a lovely community among other, lovely communities out there. But yes, it'd be nice to see what you've done as well, and we can inspire each other. Thank you so very much for watching, and I will see you again soon in the next video. Bye.